What is up, boyos? It is a Water Buffalo Man here, and we're back for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Alright, so the worldwide campaign celebration kind of begun. We have a little bit of a countdown celebration going on right now, leading into the worldwide download celebration, officially starting next week on the 27th. So right now they dropped their initial worldwide celebration Dual Dokkan Fest they do every year that you get tickets for. You get Memorial Dragon Stones, which you can then change into tickets or into stones or whatever they decide to do this year. But they've initially launched their two banners for those tickets, and those banners are actually quite stacked. So we're gonna dive into them a little bit and go over like what the banners are kind of set up as, and which banner is generally better for the player to join and summon on. I don't know why I said better 3 times, but that's what we're gonna be doing in this video here. But real quick, there are 2 different festivals. They require the same celebration tickets. You can use 50 tickets to do 20 character multi. You can also perform this with stones. There's a 100 stone multi, as well as a 50 character or 50 celebration ticket, and then there's just normal 7 character ticket multis as well. I'm trying to see if it shows it here. Yeah, right here. In addition, you can also use 50 summon tickets to recruit a 50 character multi. That's what that one I was looking for. And the 50 character gives you 20 SSRs. So it's quite a heavy. It's a good little batch of multi-summons we got with these banners, and they're actually quite stacked of banners, especially for newer players coming back and people that just began during the 9th anniversary. So, let's just jump right into this a little bit here. The Memorial Dragon Stone 5, we are definitely getting those. That is confirmed right here. After the Worldwide Celebration campaign begins, Memorial Dragon Stone 5 will be distributed sequentially based off of your user ID. You can get 1 Memorial Stone for every 50 Dragon Stones spent during the following period. Memorial Dragon Stones can be exchanged for Celebration Summon tickets at the Baba shop, or you can use 150 to recruit 1 specific character. Please do not do this. Do not use the 150 to recruit 1 specific character if you're a newer player. If you're relatively within the last couple of years and you're relatively new and don't have a lot of units 100%ed, please do not be transferring the Memorial Stones for 1 individual character. Here's the countdown period from last year at 8/18 to all the way this year at 8/21. Every stone you spend up to 50 will be translated into 1 Memorial Dragon Stone. For every 50 you spend, gives you 1. I know I've spent a ton, so I should get probably close to like 300 of these, give or take, if not more. Do not be transitioning these from the 150 to any individual character on this banner. The only 2 that may be worth it are like these 2 and then God Goku, but even then I would rather use Summon for it. But let's take a look at these certain featured characters. See right here is also the Dragon Stone I was talking about. You can use 100 stones to form a multi-summon allows you to recruit 20 SSR characters in the campaign, A or B, and 11 through 20 are guaranteed to be featured. So right there is an easy way for you not to want to spend your stones. There's also multiple different banners here. So on the A banner, the top 3 units that they consider on it are the Goku World Tournament, Goku Youth, and Bardock, as well as on B, it's Piccolo Jr., Super Saiyan God Goku, and Celtic Link. So we have, I mean, that's really it for those, but let's just jump into the banners. The cat and the dog are wrestling again. Let's just jump into the 2 banners. We'll jump right into the A banner off the get-go. So the A banner is the Goku World Tournament banner, and it actually looks really, really solid. There isn't much on the banner that isn't worth summoning for, because you have a lot of high-quality SSRs and TURs, which become TURs, and a lot of good easy aid units that can definitely fit on a lot of teams that you could use in newer content. You have the Turles, who is pretty good in my opinion. I enjoy him. The Kale, who's a monster. The Goku, who's an absolute tank. The Bardock, who's kind of here. The Goku Youth, who's pretty good right now, but kind of like fell off a little bit. Kind of, sort of, couldn't do some of the new content. The Gammas, who fit really well alongside the LR Gammas we just got. Raditz, who's here. Ginyu, who still's pretty good, especially with the new Ginyu Force unit. The Goku, who kind of just doesn't do much anymore. This Kid Buu, who's pretty decent. The Majin Vegeta, who's not terrible. You got this guy who's due for an easy A at some point. Videl just got an easy A. He just got an easy A. She just got an easy A, I'm sorry. Beerus just got one recently. He's got one recently, so he's pretty good. He's due for an easy A as well. Like, the banner is pretty stacked. He has an easy A. He has an easy A. Pretty good easy A. Pretty good easy A. The Jiren, who we did not get the other variation of him yet, the LR, but we do have this one, which he's alright, but not great. Easy A. Easy A who can fit. Super, I think he got an easy A, but not a super easy A yet. And a lot of these units down here, we're expecting to start seeing super easy A's for. Like, we got one for Goku Black here. We got one for Kid Buu here. I expect this man to see an easy A. We already got one on this one. So this guy's probably going to get an easy A during this celebration entirely, honestly. And there's quite a bit of unfeatured SSRs you can still pull. I think they have LRs hidden on this banner. They do right there as well that you can also get. So they have some really good units hidden throughout this banner, and on the featured pool, it's quite solid. There's a lot of good units on here, and this man's due for a super easy A. But looking at the banner as a whole, this banner is pretty good for a newer player in terms of you got a lot of categories at your disposal. You got Turles' categories, which I think is Pure Saiyans and Space Traveling Warriors. You got Kefla Kale, which is, again, Universe 6 transformation boost, but you'd probably be using her for a transformation boost. Really, really good, can fit on that category well, leads good teams. You got the Goku, Earthbred Fighters, and something else. Earthbred Fighters, Powerful Comeback. So again, Earthbred Fighters is a very thick category on the global side, especially with all the Goku, Gohan, and Piccolo units. We've also got the Gammas, like I said. The Gammas, I think, if I remember right, whoops, I just accidentally opened up these things. Movie Heroes, Androids are special pose. The Movie Heroes is a really good banner as well, or a good team as well. And you've got just a collection of units as you go down that have really solid categories. This Trunks is a Future Saga and a 130 Super Lead. Kefla, I don't remember what your leader skill is. Universe 6, yeah, you're again another Universe 6 leader, which wouldn't be terrible to get. Bond Master and Disciple, pretty good leader for that. Like, the categories are quite stacked on some of these units, especially with the game going forward. And I think your Terrifying Conquerors and Planet Namek Saga. So again, Terrifying Conquerors is a very good category as well right now. So, banner number 2. This is the one that I will be most likely summoning on because it is a little more stacked for me specifically. I'm going to be going on this banner not only because of this Trunks here is really solid. You have these guys. I could use him. This Goku's really good. I mean, I have him 100%, but I can't use him. And then this guy here as well. So we've got the power boosted through training Super Saiyan Trunks Teen. So Android/Cell, Mastered Evolution, which is a really good category. And Android/Cell and Earthbred Fighters is a pretty decent category to run together. You've got the Rekindled Flames of Hell, Android 17 and Hellfighter 17. Join forces or target Goku. The reason I want them, I have them at 69%. That's the main reason I'm looking to summon for these guys. Do I use them often? No, but they're a pretty good SSR to have, and I would like to get them fully 100%ed so I can eventually use them on teams going forward. Their categories, Join Forces is actually pretty solid. We also have, again, Yamcha, Earthbred Fighters, Earthlings, or Turtle School, so he fits kind of, again, with the whole Goku, Krillin, Yamcha, well, himself clearly, Yajirobe, Tien, all those guys, and even Gohan, because he would fit Earthbred Fighters and Turtle School, or not Turtle School, I'm sorry. He'd have Earthbred Fighters. You've also got the Divine Fighter Born of Light, Super Saiyan God Goku, who is probably the best leader on this whole banner in the Pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans, which completely covers every Saiyan type unit in the game, which honestly builds probably some of the best teams in the game. You could run the Beast Gohan on this team if you really wanted to, along with Power Wishes, Exploding Rage. Like, just if you look at the two categories that this guy leads, it's just absolutely nuts. I hate that it doesn't... I know he doesn't fit on Hybrid Saiyans, but I can't pull it up. But, let's see... You can't even pull the category up. But just looking at the Pure Saiyans aspect of this category, you got some of the better units in the game. Broly, UI, the two new units that just... Not new units, 2 units that just Easy Aid. 3 units that Easy Aid. Like, just the amount of power on this team is just immaculate. Like, it's amazing. And then we have also Gamma 1, who's also a Movie Heroes category lead, which, again, you could run Movie Heroes. If you didn't happen to get Beast Gohan, you could run, or even the other Gammas, you could run one of these guys as your leader and them as your friend leader, which would really build out your team and make them that much better of an option to run. We also have a couple other units that are really good with Easy A's. You have this Vegeta here, who post Easy A now is a Pure Saiyans lead as well. Mastered Evolution kind of fits alongside the Trunks there on that same category. He's Pure Saiyans post Easy A, he's fantastic. This man, who we are actually expecting to get an Easy A during the celebration, which is a movie bosses or Planetary Destruction, he looks really good for that option coming up. We also have this Goku, who needs an Easy A, this Frieza, who just got an Easy A, this Gotenks, who has an Easy A and actually pretty good. This Gohan, who just got an Easy A and is easily one of the top 5 units in the game with that Easy A. We got Bojack, who's kind of mid, but I would not be surprised if he gets one either this celebration or soon. This Vegeta has an Easy A, and he's a Pure Saiyans lead as well, which also builds up that category as more Pure Saiyans options. Zamasu, which is a really good unit for the EZA as well category, or who has a really good EZA, I'm sorry, and he's a Romagodsky category, which is really good too as well. So that's a very deep category you could go into. As you can see here, that opens up a huge avenue of units you can dive into. Not huge, but a lot of high quality units are on this category. I can see a whole team right here. Boom, 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 boom. Like, you've got an immense amount of units you could run here on this team. Also forgot to mention that these guys are Mastered Evolution and Realm of Gods as well. And they're also support 30% for Pure Saiyans too. So if you're running a Pure Saiyans Realm of Gods team, these guys are really good for it. We also have, now we're getting down towards like the Super EZAs or units that could Super EZA. This guy I expect to see a Super EZA. We don't have many Super EZAs on this banner versus we do on the other banner, so I expect some units on this banner to get Super EZAs during this celebration. He just got a Super EZA, I think, on JP. He got an EZA and he's pretty good. And he's a Wicked Bloodline leader, so that's kind of nice for players that like running Frieza's family. The Wicked Bloodline category here is really good. This man as well got an EZA. He's really good. I enjoy using him. He's Terrifying Conqueror's Transformation Boost. And then we also have probably the last unit I'm really going to cover. The last units I'm going to cover. It's more going into details of why I'm using this banner. The Bardock, which is actually a pretty decent unit post-EZA. His categories aren't the greatest, but he does fit on Pure Saiyans, Goku's family, Time Travelers. So he fits on some pretty decent categories. As well as the Android 13, who just now is the target Goku, not just now, is the target Goku or Androids category, who does have an EZA at this point, so that really helps out the Androids category as well. So that kind of builds up the units I'm looking forward to, so I can get these two and run them together on the same team, which I already have. But realistically, guys, who should you be summoning on? That is a specific choice of your own. I honestly forgot to even mention this man here. Let me dive into him really quick. Gifted Warriors, Terrifying Conquerors, Giant Form, easily the best unit probably on the banner just in himself. If not, number 2 behind the God Goku. But who should you be summoning on? That is all personal preference, to be honest. But looking at what we have and looking at what we can be getting going forward, I see this Dokkan Fest banner be as the better option for a lot of newer players to come into because of the fact that Broly is going to be a Pure Saiyans unit. There's quite a few Pure Saiyans leaders on this team that you could run on this banner that you could get and have a pretty solid team with the Broly. He's not a Pure Saiyans, but he would fit on Pure Saiyans, Pure Saiyans, Pure Saiyans, Pure Saiyans. There's a whole plethora of units you could get, as well as I forgot to mention this man who is, I think, a Time Traveler's lead. Yeah, Time Traveler's lead right there. He's pretty decent. Not great, but decent. There's a plethora of units you could get off this banner, and I prefer the B banner in my own, what's the word I'm looking for? Decision, I guess. I'm going to be going on the B banner, and you guys will be seeing my summons live on the channel. Not necessarily live, but you'll be seeing them on the channel when this banner, when we get all of our Memorial Dragon Stones and whatnot. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys back here next time for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. See you guys then.